It's finally here. Goomy Community Day is happening on Sunday, June 9th from 2 to 5 p.m. And during that time, Goomy will spawn more frequently in the wild with the increased shiny rate of 1 in 25, making this probably the best time ever to get shiny Goomy in Pokemon Go. So let's go over all the event details, meta relevancy, and some tips so you're the most prepared you can be for Goomy Community Day. Starting with those bonuses where we are going to get 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, 3 times Stardust for catching Pokemon, 2 times chance for trainers level 31 and up to receive Candy XL from catching Pokemon. Lure modules and incense excluding daily adventure incense activated during the event will last for 3 hours. We'll get those standard snapshot encounters as well, and 1 additional special trade, meaning 3 special trades for the day, because remember we also get a bonus one from the season bonus. So 3 special trades for the day, and trades will require 50% less Stardust. Now, these are some very good bonuses. The Catch Candy one, pretty good because Goomy is good in the GBL, which we'll go over in a little bit, but you'll definitely want some candies to power it up. And then that 3 times Stardust is hands down the best bonus that we get in Pokemon Go. Stardust is a super useful resource. You want as much of it as you can get. So definitely use some star pieces during this event and go out and catch as many Goomy as you can. Plus, if you've stacked any boosted Stardust Pokemon in your field research, make sure you go through and catch those as well, because this will be better than the Moralol Spotlight Hour, which is coming up. That will have 2 times catch Stardust, but this event we're going to have 3 times. So definitely go through and catch all of those if you stack them. All right, a few other quick details to go over, including the legacy move. So Goomy is going to be getting Thunder Punch. Seems to be the theme of this season, but Thunder Punch does help it out a little bit. We'll go over that again more in the meta relevancy section, but you want to get at least a Great League one with Thunder Punch on it. Now, to evolve Sliggoo into Goodra, you will need either rainy weather or a rainy lure module. But don't worry if you don't end up having rainy weather and you don't have a rainy lure module. There will be a research story available during the event that when you complete it, will award 1 rainy lure module. And then there will be the standard Community Day field research as well. So you want to catch 3 Goomies, and that will get you Stardust, Great Balls, and additional encounters with Goomy. And then there is also going to be the standard $1 USD timed research in the store. That will get you again some more encounters with Goomy and its evolution line. Also usually gets you some items, and usually 1 premium item. So something like a lure module or a lucky egg or an incense or something like that. We're also going to have these standard 4-star raids after the Community Day. So these will run from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. We'll see Sliggoo in the raids. Once you beat a Sliggoo raid, you will see Goomy spawning around that gym for the next 30 minutes. And they will have that same Community Day boosted shiny rate, so 1 in 25. So if you want to extend your Community Day, or perhaps you missed it because you had to work, that would be a good way to do that. Hunt some more shiny Goomies. And before we move on to meta relevancy and the tips, let's talk about the store. There will of course be stickers in there, but you can get the stickers from either opening up gifts from friends or from spinning photo discs at Pokestops and gyms. In fact, you might have already started getting them if you've been playing the past few days. And then there is going to be the standard event bundles as well. So that first one for 1,350 Pokecoins, which will get you 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 1 Elite Charge TM, and 5 Lucky Eggs, and then one for 480 Pokecoins, which will get you 30 Ultra Balls, 1 Incense, 3 Super Incubators, and 1 Lure Module. Both of these are actually a pretty decent value, but that one for 1,350 Pokecoins, where you get the Elite Charge TM, that's one of the only times you can buy Elite Charge TMs, and there are some really good premium items this time, so if you can swing that one, I would definitely recommend getting that bundle. All right, now let's talk about whether Goodra is any good. As I mentioned, it is getting Thunder Punch. That isn't going to help it out a whole bunch. It doesn't help it out for raids. It isn't a good raid type attacker. However, it does help it out in the Great League a little bit in certain scenarios. For the rest of the leagues, the OG moveset is still preferred. And yes, Goodra does run well in all of the open leagues. So you might want to get ones with good PvP IVs for Great League and for Ultra League. And then of course, just as close to a hundo as you can get for the Master League. And speaking of hundos, let's talk about the hundo CP numbers. Now remember, we can only be sure a Pokemon is a hundo when it spawns in the wild if it spawns at the maximum level. Normally that's level 30, but if it's weather boosted, that will be level 35. There could be lots of other hundo CPs in the wild, so you definitely want to make sure you catch and check every Goomy. But when you're looking in the wild, definitely watch out for 836 CP in non-boosted weather, 906 CP in boosted weather, and then in the research, it's going to be 418 CP. And then if you're doing those Sliggoo raids, after the community day ends and then catching them, watch out for 1,164 CP in non-boosted weather or 1,455 CP in boosted weather. And both of them are pure dragon type, so the boosted weather for both of them is windy weather. All right, now let's go over some tips, starting with candy tips. First and most important one is always to use a Mega Evolution. If you don't know, Mega Evolutions boost your candy gains as long as the Mega matches the type of the Pokemon you are catching. So in this case, we have Goomy, which is a pure dragon type, which means you have a lot of dragon megas to choose from, actually, including Mega Ampharos, Mega Sceptile, Mega Altaria, Mega Salamence, Mega Latias, Mega Latios, Mega Rayquaza, or Mega Garchomp. And then you can also use Pineapple Berries for 2 times the candy, or Silver Pineapples for 2.33 times the candy. And then another way you can get some more candy is to save some Goomy to trade with a friend. So if you're unaware, you do get a candy for trading away a Pokemon. So if you trade away Goomies, you'll get candies. The farther apart each Pokemon was caught, the more candy you will get. And if they were caught more than 100 kilometers away from each other, you'll also get a guaranteed Candy XL. Combining these with the 2 times catch candy from the event, you should be able to rack up a lot of Goomy candy, which will help you power up your Goomy's 4 GBL. Considering it's good in all the open leagues, you will want a decent amount of candy for sure. And finally, my top tip for community days is don't sleep on those field research encounters. Do as many of those as you can. Those are the best way to get Shundos on community day. And that's because Pokemon that come from field research have a higher IV floor. So their IV floor is 10, 10, 10, meaning their stats cannot be below 10 in each category. So that gives you a better chance at getting a hundo. And then because the field research also has the same community day shiny rates, 1 in 25, if you get a hundo, you have a very good chance of getting a shiny as well, which means a decent chance, or at least a lot better than normal chance, of getting a Shundo. All right, everybody, that's all the information I have for you in this one. I do want to give a shout out to our mythical members, Body on a Planet and Kate, as well as a huge shout out to everybody who has subscribed to the channel so far. We just passed 5,000 subscribers on the channel today. It happened while we were live streaming the June 7th PvP battles. If you want to go watch it live, and if you want more Pokemon Go content right now, check out one of the videos on screen. Happy hunting. I hope you find yourself a Shundo Goomy, and we'll see you in the next one, friends.
I've got something incredibly funky.